Hey everybody, I hope everyone is having a blessed week thus far. Uh, in preparation for tonight's assignment, I read an article by Ryan Havson titled IT Leadership Deconstructed, published in TechNet Magazine, subsidiary of Microsoft. Uh, so Mr. Havson spoke about three major components of leadership, which are leadership, followers, and goal. The goal is the uniting factor between leader and follower. He mentioned a few scenarios in which the three exist. So you have one situation or scenario which is ideal, where follower, leader, and goal all align perfectly. You have another situation where a leader is only able to attract a few supporters, which speaks to quantity. A leader is able to attract the number he or she needs to get the job done. If you need to pass a project using a 9-person board and you only get 4, that's a problem, as the project may not get passed, will not get passed without the proper support, the proper number. Another scenario Mr. Hassan mentioned, which I think is often underspoken, if that's a word, is one in which you have a charismatic leader who can rally troops and create the synergy toward a particular goal, but is unable to actually implement because of his or her lack of capacity to do such, in which case the person is a great cheerleader for the goal, but it actually drives the project in the wrong direction when a person can't implement it properly. Hassan goes on to talk about what a pursuable goal is, and he simply mentions that it's one that has been vetted. It is a worthy goal that has been vetted through the proper channels. The proper hand-holding has happened in terms of awareness and need for the goal. It has received considerable feedback, and it aligns naturally with the organization. It's not outside the norm for the organization, and it would be an evolution of sort for the organization. He talks about setting direction and alignment creation, which speaks about understanding the inner workings of an organization or of groups. Of course, this is coming from the IT perspective. It's understanding the processes, the politics, and the procedures that govern the organization as it relates to needs. In this case, a particular goal. So to set alignments, you need to understand how things work. Before you can set direction, you have to understand the map in which you will need to travel. He talks about, in this particular section, the need to create a shared sense of priorities. You need to help people understand it. You need to help people understand how it is aligned with their interests, along with creating successes. And I would dare say, celebrate often. Get your milestones. He speaks about velocity. And how to get the team moving faster toward a particular goal. Number one thing is you have to remove obstacles. And this may be done through a number of ways. But as a leader, that is your goal. You want to ensure that you are communicating frequently. And all of this is discussed in the text. Ensure there are frequent and aggressive deadlines. And to a certain degree, you want to make sure that successes and failures are visible by creation of a dashboard. You also need to get people involved, not necessarily only those that are directly involved in a project, but those that are indirectly involved, other departments, create a support cast and a support system as wide as you need it to be. And I think that's very important when other people can speak about the need and can see how it will impact change from outside the organization. I think it applies a certain philosophical pressure as to why aren't we pursuing a goal. You need to create or socialize more with stakeholders and potential stakeholders. So he speaks about quantity and the need to get more people involved from an array of arenas. Lastly, he speaks about quality, getting good people. You need to grow your team. Those that intimately know the procedures, that have the skill set and the capacity and the capability to achieve good work, you want to put them in positions where they can impact change. You want to hire new people. You want to hire the right people to fit. And lastly, you want to get rid of those that are your trouble spots or create a hindrance to success. Again, the article is IT Management Leadership Deconstructed by Ryan Hadsam on TechNet Magazine. Thank you. Have a blessed day.